paint me red in this light that isn't mine. Finding every reason you can find to question my love. Remember that it's not me. I was never the one who broke your heart. We both know I've been gentle from the start. So though the questions keep on coming this time, you know that I'll listen. You know I'll be patient with you. You're my baby. Maybe this time you'll know you can trust me. You'll know I'll be faithful to you. You're my baby. I was never cheating. You connected dots that weren't there. You gave attention to the thoughts I never wear. It's not my style, even though it's so clear to me. You shouldn't base the future on the past. I know you really want this thing to last. So though the questions keep on coming this time, you know that I'll listen. You know I'll be patient with you. You're my baby. Maybe this time you'll know you can trust me. You'll know I'll be faithful to you. You're my baby. I don't wanna fight now. You're barking, you bite now. To prove that I'm right now, that you lost your sight now. I'm holding it tight now. Can't see through the night now. To show you my light now. To paint these walls white now. I don't wanna fight now. You're barking, you bite now. To prove that I'm right now. That you've lost your sight now. I'm holding it tight now. Can't see through the night. How to show you my light now. To paint these walls white now. So though the questions keep on coming this time, you know that I'll listen. You know I'll be patient with you. You're my baby. Maybe this time you'll know you can trust me. You'll know I'll be faithful. So though the questions keep on coming this time, you know that I'll listen. You know I'll be patient with you. You're my baby. Maybe this time you'll know you can trust me. You'll know I'll be faithful to you. You're my baby. To you, you're my baby. To you, you're my baby. To you, you're my baby. I don't wanna fight now. You're barking, you bite now. To prove that I'm right now. That you've lost your sight now. I'm holding it tight now. Can't see through the night. How to show you my light now. To paint these walls white now.
Terribly sorry about this, but my mic is plugged in and it says that it's working. We're trying again. This is so strange. It says that my mic is plugged in. Does it work right now? It does, yeah. But this is probably incredibly awful quality audio-wise, isn't it? Well, living up to my review. This time it's not my fault though. My streaming software says mic is plugged in, it's working, and then it doesn't. It's not my fault this time. It usually is, but not this time, I'm telling you. Really? Is the audio okay now? Like, is it... Oh, it's fine? You think so? Okay, because, like, last time I've had the... Because I basically... I have this thing right here. Which is a microphone. And I usually try and plug this in. Because usually... you say that the audio quality when I have it like this... Now I'm just using my computer's microphone. You usually say that it's terrible. So that's why I invest in this thing right here. But I guess it doesn't work today. So I'll take it down, and we'll just have to live with this kind of quality instead. All right then. I'll say everything that I said early on again. Welcome back to another watch along, whatever we're gonna call it. We're gonna listen to 9 songs. There's a bit of background noise, but I don't mind. Okay, good. We're gonna listen to 9 songs from the Maltese Eurovision selection today. It's the final 9, so this is the last time we're listening to Malta songs for this year for the first time, which is kind of exciting. I mean, it's been a so-so selection so far, I'd say. Obviously, it's difficult to tell because the quality of the songs production-wise aren't top tier, and also the show isn't really top tier. So, but I've been enjoying quite a few, and I'm looking forward to enjoying a few more today. There was something else that was very, very intelligent that I was speaking about before, but you didn't hear me. I think I said good evening, and that's just very, very wrong. But when you look out in Sweden, it's evening, and it's 3 p.m. Wonderful. That's how it's up here for us in the north. Anyway, 4th semi-final in the Maltese, in MESC, as it's called. Groot, will you make a personal list of qualifiers? I will indeed. Not sure if it's going to be in this stream or if I'll make something separate about that. We'll see. We're of course going to do the tier lists at the end of today. However, I've noticed something on Tier Maker. They've removed the function to live stream a what's it called? A tier list. So I'll just quickly edit one thing. Okay, yeah, that works. All right. Hi, Groot. I'm interested in your ranking and takes. Well, you're in for a treat then, because we're gonna get right to it. I plugged up my headphones here. I'm ready to listen to 9 more songs and find a potential Eurovision entry. We'll see if we've already heard it before today or if we're gonna hear it today. Maybe you've already heard all of these songs. I kind of hope so for your sake, because I'm gonna be talking over them now when we listen to them. Hopefully the audio will be fine so that you will hear both me and the song. 12 qualifiers don't have to be 3 per semi. I know, I'm aware. Anyway, song number 1 that we're going to listen to today is called Sirena by ERBA. And we see, I was about to say 3 women, but I think it's 4. I think there's one standing behind the one in the middle as well. So probably 4 people at least. Sing about Sirena. Let's get right to it. Hope it's a good start. Quite an interesting combination of instruments here. We've got a very kind of static bass pluck to start it. Decent drum loop here. There's like a nice pulse in the bass notes here as well. Harmony is alright. Got like a kind of an organ in the background here as well with the strings layered. Alright. Drive isn't really there, and the harmonies kind of feel a bit underwhelming in this part, I'd say. They were more convincing in the verse. I'm not convinced. There's like cool concepts in here instrumental wise, I'd say. And with a bit of polishing it could actually work, but I feel like everything is very underwhelming in terms of the impact. Nice flow to this segment. The drum loops are decent. There's energy in the vocal as well. Like the melodically. And this kind of organ segment here is very... actually quite unique and interesting. Flow here, bit strange. And then this kind of harmonies is just singing in unison, really. La 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 la. Yeah, okay, this is getting a bit tiresome for me. It's not my type of song. And I think these kind of songs, there have been better efforts previously. Certainly one of the more polished productions so far, I'd say, in the competition, though. Nice guitar work here. Pretty decent strumming. Okay, filtering it out. For a final build. Same thing again. Not enough variation. They're going for a hook. You can't fault them for that. Like, there are cool little ideas with the instrumentation in here, but it doesn't really interest me enough to really keep my attention, this one. And for once, I think, like, they haven't really... Or this is one of the songs where I kind of don't see improvements kind of enhancing the potential that it has, because it already sounds pretty polished in terms of its production. I think the songwriting is really what kind of holds it back, I guess, because it's very much a bit monotonous, a bit one note. It's very much reliant on rhythmic hooks and a pretty decent production. The harmonies aren't too interesting. I thought early on they were actually pretty decent, but then it kind of just ebbed out, I guess, throughout the song, and it didn't really keep my attention. So yeah, it's completely fine, but I'm not really looking for this one to be... I would be underwhelmed if this is what Malta will end up going for. I mean, it's not my type of music either, but I feel like there have been other songs within this kind of style that have just really appealed to me more, because they've had more things to really write home about. This one, pretty uninteresting to me, in all honesty. We're moving on to song number 2, and if I see the title here correctly, it's called Venom by Miriana Conte. Make sure we get the top tier quality here. Song number 2. Let's see what Venom sounds like this year. Deep lying pads, brewing very effectively. Decent dynamic with a very bright vocal. Okay. Percussion completely drowned out in reverb. Ooh. Jersey Club beat? Dun, 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 dun. Oh, the Jersey Club beat, I love it. A lot of arpeggios moving all the way over here. Definitely killing the flow. Okay. Going for a more engaging, kind of majestic build here with the drums. Okay, it's actually a Jersey Club song, which is kind of cool, but it doesn't have any of the impact that it needs to have. It tries to be, like, too playful for me. A lot of wacky ideas, but the cohesion is being dropped out. Vocally she's strong, you know, and she's a character on stage as well. And like these builds are actually quite effective. The arpeggio doesn't sound perfect, but it's still pretty neat addition, especially combined with this rhythm of the drums. No, it's too incohesive. There's no flow to it, unfortunately. And here comes the big anthemic drums as well, trying to build. And then you got this kind of very lackluster beat, honestly. The production isn't matched, and there's not enough layering here either. I mean, it goes for a minimalistic approach, which is very weird. Creates very dynamic here, but it's completely lacking the punch that it needs to have. Thank you for the spelling. We got a little guitar solo here as well. No drive in that either, really. I think you need to up the synth work in it. We need to up the loudness of everything, really. I mean, it's just sounds thrown in everywhere, no cohesion. This is not how you create energy and intensity within a song. No matter how much you try, the vocal tries to do all of it on its own. And the instrumental is just being playful, really. You did well in terms of your performance. I think it's I think it's something that you can actually like go along with. I don't get like uninterested in terms of the performance, and whatever you think about the approach that she's taking, I'm fine with it. I do keep myself entertained. However, the song is just it feels incredibly randomly thrown together. It's incohesive beyond words, and it's a bit of a shame because there are cool ideas in there. I mean, I'm a huge fan of the Jersey Club drum pattern that it's really trying to hammer home. But when you don't have intensity or energy behind it, then it's kind of just it doesn't do itself purpose, or it doesn't do the purpose that it needs to do, and it doesn't do itself justice. That was what I was supposed to say. Synths need to just really be incorporated into the choruses of the song. I'd say they go for a very minimalistic approach in the chorus while still trying to hammer in the intensity, mainly through the vocal, and it becomes a very big mismatch for me. The structure is very flawed. I don't really see the connection between the segments, and it feels very strangely put together. I probably won't be returning to this one, unfortunately. But a neat addition to the competition, of course. I mean, it stands out from a lot of the other songs, and perhaps the next song we're going to listen to will do the same. This one is called Bellus or Bellus. You'll have to excuse my ignorance when it comes to everything Malta, I guess. This is by Christian Arding, and he's going to sing Bellus. And I think that's, I mean, I don't really need to say anything else about it. Let me just take a quick look at something. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Alright, Bellus by Christian Arding. Let's see. We'll talk about reverb. Like, his vocal is so central and so loud compared to this soft piano backing track. Decent harmonies from the piano there to back up the vocal. It's very... drumming is very stock so far. Some fills? Neat. Strong chord interval. Definitely. It's built by a pianist who knows what he's doing. Effectively built, this one. It's slightly underwhelming so far. I think the percussion doesn't do it favors. It needs to kind of more rely on a more intimate approach. But composition-wise, I think it's rather decent, really. The piano work is great. And harmonizes well with his vocals as well. He's selling it. Yeah, perfect so far, really. Oh, I need to delve into this one. The piano arrangement is beautiful. And the vocal is like the central focal point throughout the whole thing. Decent drum fills here and there as well. It feels very heartwarming altogether. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Great how the strings fill it out here, backing harmonies come in. And like these... the extensions leading between segments. It's rather simple instrumentation-wise throughout. It's not too remarkable, but I gotta say, like, the very few instruments they use, I mean, mainly the piano, is really the highlight of the song. And then, or well, you could think that, I think that at least, like listening to the music of it. But he is, he's a wonderful singer. Like, if I'm not mistaken, he's probably the greatest singer I've heard so far in this competition. Pitch perfect throughout the whole thing, professional performance to it as well. It feels very competently put together, and I know a lot of people say like, oh, the worst thing a song can be is just, you know, competent or well done, and then not really having anything to latch onto, nothing of interest. However, for me, it just feels like this one is one of the few songs so far that I feel have definitely been professionally put together, and they know what they're doing, they love what they're doing, and truly actually write with purpose, and I felt that, and the performance is very strong, I'd say. Will go a bit under the radar. It's melodically not too interesting. It doesn't have those rhythmic hits either to really grab an audience, but I think that's so well executed, really. Credible, yeah, that's a good word, Alipan. It was credible. I did heavily enjoy it, truly. I think that was a good one. I'm very positive now. As we're moving on to song number 4, and this one is called Breathe, which I think is actually incorrect, because I looked them up before, and on Malta's, like the Malta Eurovision official Instagram, the song title was just Breath. I have to like keep an eye on these things, because of course song titles have been misunderstood before. I think it's called Breath. If it's called Breathe, I'm sorry. This one is by Lisa Gauci. I don't know. I'm sorry, Lisa. I don't know how to say your name. But I will listen to your song, and I hope it's a good one. Let's go.
Don't tell me how to be, tell me how to dream, don't need your therapy. I love all of me, you've got your strategies, your bad energy, feed insecurities, it won't get to me. I know
Intimate opening. I like it.
who I am.
Backing vocals are decent here as well. They have a purpose.
I just want a bit of peace. Give me my space, yeah. I'll find my place. Just let me
Yeah,
breathe.
I feel the purpose here.
Won't be
It feels very weird to have this kind of intensity come on so early on in the song. I would have liked them to build towards this. Decent. Pretty good.
Don't tell me how to feel.
Very chopped up in structure here as well. We got the little snaps here. Like the drum pattern. You just got kick, snap, kick, snap. It feels very bare bones at the moment. The piano does as well. Vocals are decent. Structure here, the flow is completely killed, really. She has to carry a lot here. Very well sung, truly. The percussion is so underwhelming, truly. It's unfortunate. Bum, bum. This is like the only real difference we have throughout the song as well. Strings as well, you know, just this staccato. It's too straightforward. Not enough for me to latch onto instrumentally. Vocals, up there, for sure. But the music needs to back it up. Unique chord interval to end the song on there. Or I thought so. We got a breakdown, alright. Again, structure very weird, there's no flow to it. And now all out intensity again. Yeah. It's too straightforward. She does what she can with it, truly. Like, she's doing what she can with the song, but the song does not do her justice. It's not well executed in terms of either production or really creativity in terms of the songwriting. Everything is very bare bones and minimalistic, and it tries to be rather grand and intense and loud with the strings. The drumming tries to be very engaging, but it just falls flat because there's not a lot of variation throughout it either. It's not really dynamic whatsoever throughout the song either, and the structure and flow is just very, very strange, I'd say. It's not flowing from segment to segment with a purpose, and it becomes very evident when you heard the song before it that actually had a very carefully planned out structure to it, and this one just kind of felt intimate, all out loudness, intimate, all out loudness, and like repeat 3 times, and there's no real like actual point to bridging between the segments. No. She's doing tons with it. I mean, vocally it's very strong and competitive, but the song does not back up that fact. We got a song about Banana coming up next here. It's by Matt Black, and I do remember this name from last year, I think. I think I quite enjoyed the song as well, but I don't remember it right now. The Maltese national final was not one that I followed last year, but I just recognized the name. And of course, I'm always intrigued to listen to a song that's titled Banana. He also seems to be wearing quite an intriguing costume here, so, well, I'm ready. I'm ready for everything. Let's go. Song number 5. Well, it's an introduction to boot. Creative panning, polished production, all about the fun, you can tell it already. Decent structure, segments flow neatly actually, even though they're dynamically different. Creative vocal arrangement so far. Well, okay, you got your hook that the kids are gonna sing along to. This is winning, isn't it? Alright, wacky choreography, catchy sing-along friendly segment, and the production quality is actually professionally put together. I can't see this one not being an instant hit. Creative, like, with the panning mainly, I'd say. It's actually really neat how the guitar is layered to the left here. You got the bass walks on the right, the drums are very distinct, and the vocal is wide. He's in the center, but there's a lot of backing vocal detailing throughout. They've had a blast writing it and producing it. You can tell it. Oh, I can already see all my students going around with this choreography. Well, you know what you're doing. Filtering out everything here. We're gradually building in the drums quite effectively, honestly. Got the half-step trap beat here. Eating a banana on stage, that's just, you know... He knows what he's doing. He's all out for the performance. He knows the song is stupid. The ironic thing is that it's actually well put together. Alright. Great. And that's like the smug smile on his face at the end there as well. I mean... The thing is, like, I'm all up for... You can always go for a joke entry. The song is complete nonsense, truly. But it's truly made by someone professional to put everything together like that, instrumentally. They've had a blast just writing up the whole concept of the song and then actually put in work with polishing it. So, I can't really fault them for that. It's not something that I will ever go back and listen to. It's something that I can enjoy for the 3 minutes it's on. I'm not going to try and take it too seriously. And I'm rather confident so far that it's going to be a Eurovision song come May. But I could be wrong. I'm a terrible predictor, but it feels like the song that's going to appeal to a very large amount of people. It's also done with a purpose. It's professionally executed. There's a concept to the performance. Everything just feels very complete within the area that they want to achieve everything. As I said, it's not a song that I will ever return to. However, I feel like it is the song that definitely has the most clear vision about it. It goes all out, it doesn't hold back, and it's an entertainment piece that will appeal to a large amount of people. And then a large amount of people will absolutely despise it at the same time. But that's not how you judge, you know, because the song that the most amount of people pick up as their favorite, that's the one that's gonna win, surely. And I could see this one being exactly that. That was Banana. I will admire whatever it is that they're doing there, because they had a purpose and they went all out for it. Well done. We're moving on. We only got 4 songs left, and the first one is called Miles Away by Martina Cutajar. Wait, isn't this the same last name as or surname as David? Cutajar. I recognize this. Maybe it's a common surname, what do I know? Anyway, Miles Away by Martina Cutajar here. Let's listen.
That day, when our roads collided, our minds were ignited. Didn't know what to say. Oh God, you gave me the shiver.
Unexpected with that kind of loud, acidic synth coming in here. Mixing is interesting so far. That was such a loud introduction to the synths. Again with the structure, very strange. It's just very reliant on the backing vocals here to try and build an atmosphere. Okay. Strong harmony there actually with the little glossy keyboard work there. The impact of the chorus is not what I needed, but creative idea with the harmonies there, I'd say. But this kind of drum beat and the synth just being this pulsating little... I mean, it's not too interesting. Structure is off as well. These transitions, too abrupt, no real flow to it. Just trying to do something with the performance as well. I think you just gotta appreciate some aspects of it. It's very unfinished, but it has a concept. I can't with the transitions. It's too much. Never gonna give you up. It needs more drive. It needs more intensity here. And it doesn't need to go for this half-step kind of beat. Like, go all out instead. You want to have it be energetic, then go all out. Again with these dragged out segments. And back in. I do like that little playful harmony. I'll admit that. I think it's a neat touch. A little filtered out, Paul muted guitar parts here as well. Add a little bit of character. It mostly just feels like they throw in things for the purpose of throwing in things. Yeah, it's too repetitive now as well. It does the same thing over and over again, and there's no cohesion to it. You take me out of it because of that. Performance is there, I'd say. Like they know what they're, or she can carry her own on stage, and she sings it decently as well. But it's a song that doesn't really have anything that I really latch onto, or I'd say maybe I do. There are parts here and there that I think, oh, neat touch, but they kind of overdo the same concept over and over again, and I kind of get very tired of it, unfortunately. And there's not really a lot I will take with me from that one. Creative ideas scattered here and there, and sometimes some of the ideas just kind of become, I guess, unnecessary or unwanted for me personally. I mean, production-wise, not a lot to really write home about either. Even though they kind of know the basics of how to come across with a digital production, it lacks the energy, it lacks the drive, and even though the creative ideas are there, overall it becomes rather stale, unfortunately, regardless of her performance as well. A little bit unfortunate. It's a bit middle of the road, this one. I don't think it's a winner, but what do I know? We're moving on. We only got 3 songs left in the entire selection, and the first one of those is called Topic Blah Blah by Greta Tude, reading a magazine on stage. You just know we're in for a ride on this one. Is it a magazine about herself? Her name is on the magazine. How to become någonting. Någonting? I just started speaking Swedish because I'm... How to become something. I think maybe it says Tude there. Anyway, topic, blah blah. 3 songs left. Let's see what this one's all about.
The topic of the day is drag.
Okay.
The beat and please don't stop it. All up in your mouth, your favorite gossip. Kicky with the girls, even at the office. I am the topic. Cameras flashing. Don't block it. Throw in your shade, but I know you love it. Sing group chat, I know that.
Effective opening, I guess.
I am the topic. Say what they say. I'm cool about it. I'm on my way. I'll bring the party.
Yeah, the vocals. Ooh. Okay.
Greta to the stop or repeat. I am the topic. Keep talking. I am the
Well, this is a hook that's gonna grow very obnoxious quickly.
Put 'em on display and get them talking. I'm the mannequin.
The energy is there for sure. I mean, this will have an audience, and that will drag them in as well.
Now watch me dip. If you're gonna look, then where's my tip?
It's very in your face all the way throughout. A little bit creative as well, just random sounds being thrown in. We're already in the second build-up, and 1 minute into the song. It goes very rapidly forward, which I guess is a purpose, but how are they gonna fill it up for 3 minutes? Alright. Okay, you got your performance nailed down as well. I can't fault them for the ambition here, but...
What's going on?
I don't know either.
You're ruining my song. Oh, guys, what are you doing?
I was about to say something very mean, but I'm not going to. No, I'm not gonna say it.
I am the topic.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, we got the half-step trap beat here as well. Actually building quite effectively this, and the transition into it, actually pretty neat.
The topic.
Throw in the strings. A bit unexpected. Yeah. If we're speaking about songs that I will never return to listening to, this is one of them. That was everything about Topic, blah blah. And the song was already kind of just a lot of blah blah. I don't know. No. I mean, they have a concept and they're going all out for it. But, I mean, them ruining your song, there was nothing to ruin, really. I mean, there is, like, a certain type of professionalism around it, I'd say, because it's actually rather polished production-wise, I'd say. And the energy is absolutely there, and it's very in your face. And if you're into that kind of thing, then this could be for you. But at the same time, I feel it's very obnoxious. It's incredibly repetitive and monotonous. The vocal performance is not really. I mean, at times it tries to be very vocal show-offy, and then it kind of just loses me. And that just kind of becomes a very heavy mismatch. And maybe it's part of the style that they're going for, but it's not a style that appeals to me, and I'll just leave it at that. It's something that I don't need to hear again, truly. But if you like it, all the more power to you. I'm happy for you, I guess. But that was not the topic for my preferences, I guess. We're going to move on. We only got 2 songs left, and Ryan Hili here. I remember this name. I do believe he finished runner-up last year, didn't he? I do remember it was quite the vocal as well. This will be the song Karma by Ryan Hili, song number 8. We're nearing the end of the entire selection, and let's listen to what this one sounds like. Alright. Strong piano opening. I'm fond of how characteristic the piano is actually played here. Production is strong as well. It's atmospheric. Is that a little bit of cello adding attitude there as well? Guitars coming in neatly here is very much. Strong build. Wonderful dynamics in his voice, truly. Very strong continuation here. Piano is still kind of vocalized, but the drums join in so neatly. And this effect work with the guitar is very strong. The ambience that they got going for them is very strong. Flow here. How the strings join in. It's a bit chopped up. And the stock sweep sounds. It's a decent chorus melody. Kind of lacking the proper impact and drive of it, but it's a decent melody. Continuation here. Elevating the vocal. Yeah. Well executed. Structure a bit strange here as well. Drumming switching up. Quite a characteristic drum pattern in all honesty. Backing vocals are very good as well. It's a strong input in it. Is it trying to be grander than it actually is? Because it feels very soft altogether. It just feels like his vocal tries to be more than what the song is actually really presenting. It feels like it has an epic approach, but it doesn't really pack up the punch to go all the way there. Very strange outro. Very strange outro. Especially with that kind of drum pattern and not really synced completely in terms of rhythm either there. And very abrupt. Not sure what to make of that, but as an overall presentation, I think that's one of the strongest so far, for sure. Vocals very strong. The melodic writing is pretty decent. I do really like the instrumentation approach they got. The piano is very characteristic. The guitar work is sparse. Or do you say sparse or sparse? I don't even know. But it's not very frequent, which means that whenever it's being thrown in, it feels like it adds something neat to the song. It's characteristic and actually fills out the atmosphere. And also the percussion at times I think is very effective as well. Probably needs a little bit of polishing in terms of the production quality. The drive isn't really there during the choruses, I'd say, instrumentally. For the vocals, would have probably maybe add a bit of raw, like it tries to be very epic, so maybe a little bit more rawness instead of going for this kind of soft falsetto. Maybe try to be a bit like even more overpowering if you're gonna match it with the ambition of a drive in the instrumental. It feels definitely like a song you've heard many times before, but I don't think I can really fault it for that. It sets out what it wants to do, and it does so rather neatly. Yeah, I'm thinking that's probably going through, right? Unsure if it's going to win. I don't think it's gonna stand out massively at Eurovision, but it was decent. I did enjoy it, and we're at the very end here. We got the song Arrows by Kyle George, and this is the last song out of all of them. It's been a ride, and let's end it on a high. I trust you, Kyle. Come on. Cue the strings.
I've been clutching at straws, my emotions gone raw, and you taking me down like a domino. Braving the night, I've been chasing the scars, and I'm spinning around, getting vertigo. My heart's
Purposeful opening, truly, with the piano, how it's...
You show me with your arrows, but I don't feel the pain. Counting every arrow, counting every miss, counting every word that give my heart a hit.
It's a very warm sound to this. I like the strings. I think the piano movement is decent as well. Vocals could be just slightly more convincing here. Alright. Very grand. Majestic backing vocals there. Kind of too reliant on just repeating arrows, arrows, whoa, whoa, whoa as a hook. I'm not overly sold on that approach.
There's a void in my chest, and my mind is a mess. Says I'm holding on tight to you, wrap the
I like the percussion here. It's very drowned out, quite effective. Builds an atmosphere.
drowning me out in an overflow. Counting every arrow, counting every miss, counting every word that give my heart a hit. Stitching my
Rhythmically, it's rather engaging as well here, I'd say. How it combines with the drums as well.
inches on this battlefield. Arrows,
It just feels a little anticlimactic with the actual impact of the chorus. And this hook, it's too simple. You're over-relying on the same melody.
did not know words get hit so quick, and love could be
Sometimes I kind of like that kind of rhythmic approach that you got. Very staccato-esque. And then you also kind of layer it with this, what do you call it? Like a metronome? Yeah, not sure what they're going for now. You've lost me. I'm sorry, you lost me. Still goes for this grand, epic tone to it, but...
missing me by inches.
yeah. Rather unfortunate finale here.
This battlefield.
I do like it when you kind of do that type of pausing for the final line. I think that can be quite impactful, but then you really need to have me invested during the final part of the song as well. So no, I think parts of this song are actually quite decent in terms of the concept of the song. It's just that it kind of falls flat in actually delivering on what it wants to do. It tries to be rather majestic or epic and so, and I feel the emotion of it at times, and then at times I kind of just zone out a little bit from it. Truly, I think what really kind of becomes the miss here is its over-reliance on the melody being very simple and repetitive in terms of, I guess, both the melodic writing of it, but also the lyrical side of things. Repeating arrows, arrows, whoa, whoa, whoa 3 times during a chorus, and then repeating that chorus 3 times through the song. It becomes too much of the same thing. It's rather monotonous in that regard. and I think that is rather unfortunate. I do see potential in it, but it just didn't really quite work for me. And that's been everything. I'd say maybe we didn't end on a high, but we could have ended with something worse. So I'll be satisfied slightly with that. We're moving on now. We're going to make the tier list, of course, which I have. Oh, I just realized I blocked out the whole thing. Let's see where we have it. We got it here. There we have it. We got a little tier list that we're going to put together, or all of you will. I'm not going to be voting in it because I don't think I can when you do a live stream. For some reason, Tiermaker, the website that I'm using, have removed the function to do a live voting. However, I've created a voting here, and it's open for, as you can see up here, 16 minutes and 53 seconds more. So I will be sharing this link for you, and we're not going to let the countdown go all the way down. I'm just going to decide that, okay, it's going to be open for 5 or 10 minutes, something like that, and then we're just gonna see where everything ends up, and we're just gonna go for that instead. So I'll just block this out really quickly while I'm sharing the link to everyone in the chat, and then you can get your votes in. Let's see. We broke Tiermaker. Yeah, they can't handle the live voting. Voting for the MESC semifinal for and then you got the link right there. And you just kind of drag up. I don't really know how it works for you, but I would assume that you just go one song at a time, and then you just put them wherever you feel they should be. Let's see if something happens. Yeah, we got... How does this work? I don't know how it works. Submit vote. Anyway, we got... Okay, I'm sorry, I don't know how it works, but I guess we'll just figure it out. This song, by the song Sirena here, you can see the live voting going on the right side of the screen there. I don't know if I'm supposed to, like, just based on the results here, I'm supposed to click what category it ends in. You can't drag the songs. Okay, okay. So I guess it's actually very close. Surely this can't be correct. What do you mean 6 votes for these? It says here 116 votes. You just click what category you want it in, I think. And then I click here where it's gonna end up. Is that how it works? I'm terribly sorry. I've never tried this concept of the voting before. It feels like very few votes though. 13, 18, 20 votes. And up here it says 179. I don't really understand how that goes together. Currently we got 7 people thinking it's ESC worthy and 8 people thinking it can be in the final. 6 people think it's fine and 2 says thanks for coming. Can't move anything. No, you just click. You just click, I think. Okay, we're trying it out now. It seems this one's gonna get you can be in the final as the category. You voted for all 9 already. Oh. Okay. I didn't know it worked like that. Oh. Ah, okay, here it is. That's why it said so many votes. Okay. Well, just going by... You can move between them, and then you can vote like that. Alright. Okay, people are starting to put this one as ESC worthy. So maybe it's going to be that category. I don't know. How many people have voted now? 31. We have 45 participants. Get in and vote. Come on. Vote. What category will you put Serena in? Currently it's 10 on ESC worthy, 12 on you can be in the final, 8 on this is fine, and 2 on thanks for coming. 13. How much longer am I going to keep it up? Not much, I think. It's just like none of us really understand how it works today. I'm going to be leaving it open for 30 more seconds here, and then we're going to drag them out. I clicked ESC worthy by mistake. I don't 100% disagree though. It could work. You can do it quickly and be done, I guess. Yeah, I'm confused myself. This one isn't moving, so I'm putting you can be in the final, 14th voter there. So if I click here, then it ends up there. Okay, good. We got Venom People haven't really decided here. We got a tie for This Is Fine and Thanks for Coming. So that's a little bit difficult for me to place it in one of the two, because it's a complete split. So I guess I'll wait with that one until someone votes in it. Next up is... isn't this... Wasn't this my favorite? Okay, Thanks for Coming, I guess. Well. Still a split on this one. This one's fine. Definitely 23 votes in that category. Banana... It's very split, but yeah, you can be in the final for Banana, it seems. This one... I'm terribly sorry, but I've forgotten the song titles. This one ends up in This Is Fine as well. And this one was called Topic, blah blah. Thanks for Coming is the winner there. Ryan Hili here, you can be in the final, 14 votes, 13 on This Is Fine. And Arrows there is also a Thanks for Coming. And this one is still a tie. So, yeah, just for the aesthetic appeal of it, let's just put it there, because then there's 3 songs in each category. That's how it ended up here. So the songs that all of you want to be in the final is Sirena, Banana, and Karma. See, I remember the songs here. This Is Fine were song titles. Song number 4, song number 6, and song number 2 ended up in that category. And then Bellus, Karma, and Arrows in the bottom category. I gotta say, this is not something that I agree with. This is like the first time I'm definitely on the fence with all of what all of you put it. But hey ho, that's the beauty of it. These are your opinions, all of you, my lovely viewers, and I'm so happy that you decided to join me today as well. Let's see if I can actually make my own tier list. Let's see where I make that. I don't even know. Let's see. Give me a second. Aha, I can. Just give me a second. There it is. All right. Who do you think will go to ESC? Probably, like, honestly, I think Banana is the song that will go to Eurovision. Now that we've heard all 36, I'd say that one. All right. My opinion, I'll go through this pretty quick. I mean, if you want my more thorough thoughts on all of these songs, then just go back in the video, because I obviously comment it as we go. Right now, I'd just say Serena, it's fine. I'd say it's fine. Venom, no, Thanks for Coming. Bellus, that's definitely in the final for me. No way it's a Thanks for Coming. I'm sorry, I disagree with all of you. Song number 4 there, instrumentally it wasn't quite there. Vocally it was, so fine. Banana, I guess if we're going for 3 songs, you can be in the final. I mean, I think it's definitely a song that should be in the final. Yeah, absolutely, you can be in the final. Song number 6 was fine. I don't remember too much about it at the moment, but it was fine, and it was rather professionally performed, I guess. So there was a point to it, and I did enjoy that aspect. Karma, no, that's just not for me, and it didn't really flow with me either. Karma absolutely should be in the final, I'd say. Arrows, that was fine. That would be my tier list, and as you can see, it's not completely aligned with what all of you said, but that's the beauty of it. We'll see. I'll probably look into making a little bit of a compilation video if I have the time for this entire selection, but for now, I thank you so much for joining me today. Later on, like when everything's been set up with the watch-along websites and such, maybe we could have a proper voting session for this national final as well. But for now, may the best song win, and yeah, I hope that your favorite wins, whatever it is. Not all of them can do, of course, but you know, I hope the song that has the most fans will win. And that it's going to be a very, what's it called? It's going to be a fair competition. Let's hope that. And let's hope that they don't change the song once it's won. Let the winner be the winner. Thank you so much for joining me for the entire Maltese national final selection, of course. And yeah, thank you for joining me. Hope everything will continue to be good with you, and have a wonderful evening, and I will basically see you around very soon again. So take care of yourselves, and bye for today.